Hey everybody, it's Ken here with another lantern video, and unfortunately I got a little bit of disappointing news. I was hoping to have the Dietz Blizzard Mill lantern up and running for you guys, but I ran into some trouble with it. So I'm going to discuss what happened to it, and it's not a big deal. It's still fixable. I'll get it going. I'm really hoping to get it going within the next couple of days. I haven't really had a lot of time to work on it. I was going to try to paint it, and the weather here has just been crap. I'll tell you, it's been cold, rainy, and when I finally did have a little bit of chance to work on it, this came up, and I'll tell you exactly what's going on here. So inside of this is a little different. This lantern's a little different, and inside of this there's actually like a baffle that goes down inside of the fount. And it doesn't, well, it does connect to the outer fount, but we'll give you a picture of this. We'll put a detailed picture up because I can't get it on camera. But I wasn't being that familiar with it. I decided I was going to do a little experiment because I didn't know how the wick was going to get wet, because like I said, there's this baffle. So what I did is I actually decided to do a water test on it. So, you know, I filled the, took the fuel cap off, filled it with some water, and it's pretty neat because the outer fount kind of fills up, and then slowly you can kind of see the tube. I guess it kind of leaks inside the tube, and I thought, oh, great, you know, it'll work. It'll wet the wick. And lo and behold, I happened to look down on the counter after I said that. The counter was soaking wet in my kitchen counter. And what it turned out was about a third of this was all roached out, the bottom here. And so I broke out my sandpaper, broke out my solder iron, and you know, as I was sanding, I was just opening up holes upon holes upon holes, and I was trying to solder and solder and solder, and it took me the better part of the afternoon actually to get it sealed up. And I was just, you know, there for a while. I was like chasing my tail. Every time I get one, another one would pop up, and so I finally got to a point where I got it to seal. But means that I kept opening up holes as I was sanding it. What I did is I flushed off the solder as best as I could with some sandpaper, and then I took some PC7 epoxy, which I know is going to be watertight. I know it holds already. It's already tight, but just in case anything else opens up, because like I said, this section here was really bad. So I went over it with a good coat of PC7 epoxy, and it's still, I've been working on it with the hair dryer. It's almost dry, but it's still tacky, and so I'm gonna have to wait till probably tomorrow. Give this another 10-12 hours of good drying time, come back with some sandpaper. You know, I like to at least make it look good. I mean, I know it's the bottom. I could leave it like that, nobody will see it, but that's not how I do things. I prefer things to be a little neater. So I'm gonna sand this off, you know, as good as I can get it to make it hardly noticeable that there was a repair there. And I'm gonna paint this thing anyway. So basically now I'm committed to painting it. I know a bunch of you, you know, mentioned to me that it would really look cool and bare metal, and yeah, I know it would, but I originally had planned to paint it because even though I did fix the hole, it's still a rather nasty I mean, it's smooth. It came out really good, but it's blemished though. I mean, you could tell it was a repair, but shoot it with a little paint and that'll take that away. But I'm pretty much committed now with the bottom. But yeah, it's really pretty neat how that actually works. And I guess the only thing I can attribute that to is because it's being a mill lantern. I guess it's like I guess in case it did get maybe sloshed around or something, they didn't want the fuel to come out of it or something, or I don't know exactly why it has that extra tube in there. But I was a little skeptical to begin with, you know, and that's also, well, the reason I should go into better detail. That's the reason why I decided to attack this from the outside. Now, I normally would get some Pour 15 or some Seal-All, and I would work probably, you know, really preferably like to work from the inside. But since that Baffle, since it's like a slow leaking, I'm afraid if I try to put some sealer on the inside here, it's going to seal up the inner baffle, and we're not going to get anything on the wick. So I pretty much, you know, was committed to attacking this thing from the outside on this particular one rather than the inside. So anyway, that's where we stand right now on the mill lantern. And yeah, so I'm probably planning on having this done hopefully Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe I'll throw up a midweek video and something real quick. We'll see it done. We'll see it lit. I mean, I can't wait. I'm chomping at the bit to get this thing done, and it's always like it's teasing me every time I try to do something else pops up. But we'll get there. We'll just, you know, a lot of persuasion. We'll get there. But over on the other side, I thought I picked up something a little kind of neat today. I just wanted to show off too. I don't know if anybody knows what these are, but these are kind of cool little gadgets. It's called the permanent match, and if you ever want to light a lantern up and you're outside or something, you know, like I have my gazebo outside. Sometime, whoops, I forget the lighter. Well, not really, because I have a toolbox out there that I do keep a couple, but since they are kind of out in the weather, it's kind of a crapshoot whether they're actually going to work or not. So I picked up this little gadget here. I thought it was kind of cool. Could put it on my keychain, and you know, if I ever want to, if I'm out somewhere and I have my lanterns fueled up and I want to light them, do a little demo. Although it is kind of wild because the flame is a little wild on it. You fill it up with just some lighter fluid. And what it is, it screws in, has a little O-ring on it to seal it, and it's got a, I guess it's like a flint or a magnesium thing that sparks, and a little bit of wick on the inside. And what you do is hold it at the very, very edge that I noticed, because once you get this thing lit, it's pretty wild. It is pretty wild, but wow, watch your fingers there. But anyway, you can go ahead, take it off your keychain, and light up your lantern. Kind of a neat little gadget. I picked up a 5-pack of them off of eBay for like $5 and like $1 shipping or something like that. I think it was like $6. Not even, just under $6 or something. Cheap little gadget. I figured I'd give it a try. It's kind of a neat little thing. If anybody's interested, just go on eBay, look up permanent match, and they make them in different shapes and everything. Some are a little more expensive. They have rounded ones, but I don't know. These are the cheapest ones, and I just figured I'd give it a try. Thought it was a cool little thing. But anyway, hope to see you midweek. We'll get this worked out, and, you know, hopefully the weather's supposed to be getting better here. It's supposed to finally get warmer, so I will be able to give it a shot with some red paint, which, yeah, I'm kind of committed to doing it now because, you know, like I said, the repairs. But we will get it, and it will burn. I'll see you next time, everybody. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.